Every year, 100 million marine mammals die from plastic pollution. 51 trillion pieces of plastic float in our oceans. But here in our community, ordinary people are standing up to make a difference.
Hi, my name is Breezy Maddox. I have been working with Stand Up to Trash for about 2 years now. It is my pleasure to be out here at the beach, to just be in the wilderness. My heart has always found a lot of passion just being outside. And I've noticed that in the process of being in the wilderness and being a surfer, that there is a lot of trash out there. So when I was reached out to by Dana Point Yoga 6 to partner with Stand Up to Trash, I was all over the idea of working with Stand Up to Trash.
Coming from my marine debris research background, I just moved to this area and was looking for a sense of community, and Stand Up to Trash really embodies community, bringing people together and learning about the environment, research and science, and so that's kind of what brought me to this organization.
Almost 3 years ago, I was paddleboarding out here, and I do that a couple times a week. I saw the Stand Up to Trash canopy, and Vicki Patterson was taking it down, and I was like, hey, what is this about? And she described it to me. I said, well, you know what? I'm out paddling all the time, and I see stuff in the water, and yeah, I should be picking it up. And she goes, yeah, that's what we're about. We also do the beach cleanups. I said, okay, I got to get involved.
Standing up to trash just means doing what you can when you can do it, whether it's finding something on the ground, picking up a cigarette butt and throwing it away. That's one less thing in the ocean. And even though it doesn't seem a lot, we have a lot of people come here and their trash weighs less than a pound most of the time. But when we weigh everything together at the end of every month, it's usually about 50 pounds. It makes a big difference in the bigger grand scheme of things, and that's what Stand Up to Trash means to me.
Standing up to trash means to me essentially what you can do for your own actions at home. It's just taking those small little actions of, changing things out and making sure that you are doing your part as a human to make sure that trash isn't going to continue to accumulate, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that are going to be responsible. These large corporations aren't going to really do anything for us. The most shocking thing that I've learned about ocean pollution is that one of the biggest polluters is actually the clothing industry. We think that a lot of these recycled plastic clothing is actually greenwashing, and they're actually shedding almost 150,000 to 250,000 microfibers every time we wash our polyester clothing in the laundry, and it ends up in our water supplies and in our oceans, and then we start eating that as well.
We have these great lunch and learns here, and I learn these things that they do shock me. And one of the things that I think is incredibly shocking is that the great garbage dump out there in the Pacific is now twice the size of Texas. That to me is just shocking. The other one that I've learned is that if we continue in this course, statistics say that by 2050, the amount of plastic in the ocean will weigh more than all of the fish in the ocean. Now, we've got to do something about that. So this is what we're doing, and I think every little bit helps.
Being part of this movement has really helped me change my day-to-day life. When we're empowering our community and educating children, we just try to help them make small changes in their day-to-day habits, and we describe to them how a small change makes a big impact. So I've tried to take that and apply that to every part of my life. If I can even be 1% better every day, whether that be, helping a stranger, helping an animal, or picking up trash, or just smiling at someone, then I don't need to do everything. I just need to do something that makes a small change. Being part of this community is something that I've done now for over 3 years, and it's incredible to watch people come together either from Dana Point or from Orange County or even outside of Orange County and just come together to make a change for the ocean, but also for themselves. I love seeing people be happy and feel good about what they're doing, but also the community that we've made just as leaders of the nonprofit. It's all woman run, and the connections we've made along the way are empowering. I think we make a positive change in ways that we don't even realize.
One person can make a difference, because when that one person starts taking actions, it creates a ripple effect, and then people start seeing those actions and they want to follow suit because you become a leader in the movement.
My favorite part about these beach cleanups is that truly just the community comes together. We have regulars that come every month, and they're super excited to come out and do hard work. Cleaning up a beach is messy, it's gross, it's labor intensive, it's hot. So to see people want to come in and do that, be uncomfortable, put in the hard work for a good cause, I think it's really inspiring to see hundreds of people every month want to come and do this and spend time with us and share the same values and aspirations for this place.
One of my favorite parts about working at Stand Up to Trash and being a part of the board is being able to see the community gathering around and taking care of what's ours. Not even just people from Dana Point, but people from San Clemente, Irvine. We've had people from Anaheim, and we go from schools, companies, different volunteer groups coming here. So it really means a lot to see people, especially from this community, but communities surrounding us.
My vision for the ocean in 10 years is that we have more grassroots movements that are going to continue to take more actions and encourage more people to get out in their communities and take stewardship of this land and make changes that are going to be positive, specifically in the clothing industries and bottled water industries as well. We actually start seeing things where we don't have to recycle as much, and there's regenerative fuel sources we can basically use from some of this stuff that we've already produced.
It's an honor to be able to help the harbor here. I grew up in the area. I was here just right when they were starting to build a harbor in the late 60s. When the harbor was just first built, it was super clean, super nice. As time went on, it got pretty bad. And to be able now to actually swim at Baby Beach, it being all clean, the new stewards of the harbor are doing a great job with their skimmers, all the efforts of Stand Up to Trash. I think this has got to be the cleanest harbor in the whole state, if I could be so bold to say that. I'm very optimistic about everything, and I'm glad that we have a Subaru dealership that can help this whole process along. Thank you for everyone that's come down to help. Special thanks to the parents taking time out of their only probably day off and bringing their kids down here to show them and steward them into being very responsible.
Together, we can make a real difference in protecting our oceans. Join the movement today by volunteering, donating, or spreading the word. Every action counts.